Hey guys, I'm Daemonhunters on occasion, and today, more Bloom Spawn missions, but this one isn't a Technophage one, so it'll be nice and easy, and yeah, should be fine, probably. Iolantha's is a little hurt. We've got to get kills with grenades. So we've still got some challenges. Also, I realised, so where it's like, you can get a new thing if you have a prognosticar in the area. You don't get one to begin with, even though it really seems to signpost that in a big way. No, you do need the technology first before this slot is unlocked, which I think is silly. I think that's silly. It should just, like, I don't know, not signpost this in such a big way as to be like, look, you've got a slot. Like, it really draws attention to it, which I find odd. But no, you actually need to get this technology, this one first, +1 stratagem slot. So it's not just like unlock the stratagem slot. It's +1, which implies that you had one to begin with. It kind of feels like. So I don't know. It's bizarre. I find it's not particularly well signposted that. So we do actually need to get that technology at some point. You know, I researched an additional stratagem just so we would have that slot filled. You know, and no was the answer. Anyway, Iolantha's, Thule, Storm, and Harn. Let's go.
Bloom spawn located. Teleportation converging on an abandoned transportation hub.
Our enemy's strategy is clear. The Bloom settles in our Imperium's collapsed infrastructure, safe from watchful eyes, but close enough to the huge populations it plans to feed upon.
Yeah, I gotta say, if there's ever a sequel to this game, God, it's right at the end of the map, isn't it? We've got to go through the whole map because it's just a big long map. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Ugh. Hate it. So there is one little side path, like up this area. You can usually ignore that. Well, I say usually. Sometimes you can. Usually, if you try, something bumps into you here, and you end up with a bunch of stuff activating at once. This is definitely a map I've also had nightmares about. It's a tough one. It's annoying because you really can't avoid getting spotted by anything. But it is a brilliant one for grenades. Because there's a lot of things that the enemy can fall off, so hopefully we'll be in a good spot there. But yeah, if there's ever a sequel, I really hope they work on... There is one right there, there usually is. Ugh. I really hope they work on their communication. That's just the big thing for me. I think
Standing ready.
I'm having to relearn a lot of things. Having not played this for a while, but like I'm having to relearn things where I'm like thinking, well, I'm pretty sure it didn't work like that as it describes it in my last playthrough, but there's been patches, so maybe it's changed. I just realized the way they're describing it isn't very good. So, you know, when we had the Honor the Chapter, I think it's really poorly described when it says that the when you use warp surge or whatever, you know, the thingamajig, yeah, warp charge, that it's +3 when you're like leveling it up. It says that it's +3, like warp charge is +3 AP, but it's not +3 AP. It's just 3 AP, right? But if you're thinking the normal thing does +2 and then that does +3, well, that's baby maths for babies. So how is it wrong? Right? How can we be wrong? You add those together, right? That's what the plus symbol means. But no, it actually just means +3 instead of +2, which actually means +1. That's what they mean. They mean +1. And so, like, it's really weird how a lot of it is described. So I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know. I hope they work on that. I really hope they improve that.
What is your will?
Because there's a lot of things like that that are just a bit weird. And like having this big open slot for, you know, suggesting that having that, you know, stratagem slot here that just says if, like, this just screams if you have a prognosticar you can unlock this. But no, you need a prognosticar and also a technology. You know, why even decorate it? Why not just have that slot open when you get the prerequisite technology?
Standing ready.
Rather than signposting it as you know, the simple,
I am here to serve.
as like the simple requirement of have a prognostica. Because it just isn't that. It isn't that.
It will be done.
So, you know, there's things like that. I hope they iron those out. God, I mean, another turn? Jeez. I mean, this is going to keep filling up and it's going to cause us problems soon. I don't know where those enemies went. Okay, they're coming back, which actually might be good, because we might be able to kill a bunch on the stairs here.
What is your will?
Maybe. Perhaps.
Unleash me.
I mean, there's plenty of cover around here. It'll depend what we're fighting. You know, this level, so often on this level, I find myself facing up against those, what I call the fetid bloat drones. I remember seeing them all the time on this map. It feels like I can't play this map without bumping into them. At least those are the memories that stick in mind. So, you know, is this going to be the first time we bump into those enemies? Probably not. But you never know. You never know. Oh, good. We can't get to that cover. In that case, maybe... I want you or Han back here? Let's have Han there. I'll have you here. And you can teleport anyway, so... I'll just move you... Do I want to run him further up? Or do I want to try and get him closer up? Move you there. Oh, that saw them. Okay. Bizarre. And how many are staying? Perfect. Perfect. Amazing. We nailed it. Alright, if we throw grenades... Ooh, see now, this would be absolutely flipping hilarious. Imagine if I threw a grenade right between them all. That guy ended up landing over there, that guy landed on the shore here, that guy landed here, and that guy landed here. Like, how exactly do I want to play this? I think we just go for like one side, so two definitely fly off that way. It might be worth also doing like here? So that guy definitely dies? Because like this bridge might break, I just don't know at the point where that bridge would break. I don't know if it will literally be a square by square or if it's in sections, because I think it might be in like these four middle ones are one section, that's one section, that's one section. In which case if I eke into this, either of these two squares, I think these two squares destroy as well. I think. But I don't know. Also, that all explodes. Quite a lot too. So who is that over there? Is that one of them? Ah, apostate preacher. Yeah, okay. So do I just try and hit everybody? Do I just try and hit everybody and we see where they all land? Maybe. Maybe. Kind of want to put it right on top of that one guy. Go to the side of him. Alright, we're going to try this. He won't get hit by it, I don't really care. Is this going to be 4 kills with a grenade, or are they all going to inexplicably survive? Alright, that's 3 with a grenade. I only need 1 more. I guess I can just punt him.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Punt, Commander.
What is your will?
What is your will, Punt Commander? If you go over here, we can throw a grenade behind this guy and probably get him to fly off as well. I do want that seed, though. Do I care about the seed, or am I just going to play pool with people? Because that does sound more fun to me. Probably not going to crit him.
What is your will?
But I don't think that matters. Alright, Darig Thor. We are going to have to move him up a lot to be able to hit him. Alright, if I move him... Nope, can't move him there. Alright, we're just going to use a grenade then. we're going to use our grenade. Because I think if I go, if I throw the grenade here, he will fly off into this abyss, and these two will fly off this way. Which would be very funny.
Taking position.
But yeah, this is definitely the best map for this mission. I mean, jeez. Ooh, will that knock him back enough? If it doesn't, I can always just shoot him. Because what is the knockback? It doesn't say what the knockback is, like how many tiles. That will succeed the mission anyway. I would love to get him killed too. At least destroy his cover, probably. It'll at least probably do something. Whee! Incredible. Alright, look, I don't even care, guys. I don't care. You guys are probably saying to me, oh, but the seed was lost. I don't care. Not an issue. You saw what just happened. It was amazing. This guy had to watch. He's like, hey guys, follow me. Let's get, guys. Amazing. Love it. Huge fan. This is why I love this game. I guess Storm can use it. Wait, do I shoot him? None of this matters. I'm just thinking. This would also be really good if we were trying to do a mission using no willpower. Because we did just wipe out an entire pod without using any willpower. Which feels good. That's a good feeling. And it's going to change very quickly. It's going to change very quickly. It would be really fun if these additional things, if you were able to, like, double up on that objective, you would get double rewards or something. I mean, it's already like a secondary objective, so the idea of having a secondary objective with a secondary objective to multiply it, maybe that's a bit much, but not too much for me. To me, it sounds cool. I want to see how many people I can kill with a grenade. So this is starting to get awfully lonely. Well, I say that, we're only a turn away from the first pod we encountered, but I kind of feel like I should have got a, you know, blip on the Auspex. That's the word I was trying to think of last time. The Auspex. You know, the fancy radar word.
Unleash me. Yes, sir. Your command.
Let's get you over here. The seed. See, no, there's still seeds. We'll still get seeds. What is nice is there will be a limit to how many of those green seeds we need. But it will also just mean that we'll end up being able to do upgrades for all of our equipment like nobody's business. If they need a green seed, we can do that upgrade, you know? And that's going to be really nice to have like a big leg up on this flavor. Isn't there also technology that lets you get like double the seeds? Oh no, it's +1. I think it's +1 seed every time you can get a seed, which is really good. That's still really good. That's like an extra 3 or 4 a mission, sometimes. Alright, well that's sad, because I've been quite good at keeping our willpower up.
At your service. Affirmative.
I do actually like that it's minus max willpower, though. I think that's a really nice design choice. Because, like, yeah, I've just been, you know, I've been bad-mouthing their communication skills, but a lot of the design of this game is fantastic. Like, really, really good. I wouldn't be playing it so much if it wasn't. But, yeah, some of the design is really good. Got to applaud it from time to time. Because, you know, if I don't mention it, then what? You think I'm just like, eh. But no, that's a nice design thing, because it means you don't suddenly find yourself not being able to afford things that you had planned to be able to afford. And, like, that's not a satisfying thing to have tools taken out of your hands sort of randomly like that. It's why it's also, like, when there's the thing that does the melee attacks immobilize. It's like, well, okay, now you have like another thing you need to be careful of. You can avoid getting stabbed by the enemy, therefore you don't have to deal with the, you know, the effects of that particular warp surge. So like that is suddenly quite clever. We are basically there. Is this going to be the only other pod? Is the only other pod we encounter going to be over, you know, defending that area? Because if that's the case, we can pretty much just run ahead, can't we? with maximum willpower. And in fact, with the willpower that Thule has, if it's like a crowd of bloom spawn things, we could aim for the middle one, get our support attacks, do it as a Psychic Onslaught, use the auto loader to give him Psychic Onslaught back, and then he can do it again. Or did we get rid of that one? I got rid of the auto loader.
Your orders.
So that thing I just said we can do? No.
As you command.
No, that was rubbish. That was nothing. Don't worry about it. You guys are going to be fine, right? On this precarious ledge? Alright, you know what? Just to make sure it's safe, you should all stand on it at once. Okay?
I am here to serve.
You can't go that way, though, because you're fat. I know, this game is... It's, it's fat shaming. It's a fat shaming game. You know, Terminator armor, too fat. Can't climb up things.
Standing ready. Chaos stirs within the shadows. Storm.
The shadows are all stirry. Can't have that. Do you want to go this way? Nah, I don't see why we would. Well, maybe get closer. I don't know. The one problem with this one, right, is we really need to get in quite close. We're gonna have this pod up here before we can then move forward to get close enough to teleport here. So you might need to clear out this pod before we destroy this, which would give us more experience. The way I have been playing, I think, is probably denying us quite a lot of experience. You know what I mean? Alright, you guys loiter there for a second.
What is your command?
Because, you get experience from killing stuff. And I think participation, anyway, but, get more experience for killing stuff. There's not like another seed over here or something. I feel like this sometimes has something over there. I can't see any, usually you can see the, little, it kind of spitting. They're saying that maybe it was over... There's one in, the Putrid Garden over here. I think it might have been one around here or something. I can't recall. Anyway, never mind. Never mind, guys. It's fine. Alright, let's get you across here. Alright, good lad.
Yes, Commander.
Let's move you to there. That might be... Oh no, good. Okay. So that might be enough to uncover them, but not quite. So we will get to move up a little more, which I like to see. Let's lead with Daemonhunters so he can either reach down there or not. We might just take cover behind various stuff up here. It really depends what we're up against. Really depends. But we also do have plenty of willpower to use under the chapter. Maxed out as well, so if we do teleport there, which it looks like we'll be able to.
Foul intruders.
2 seeds there.
They will not prevail.
We won't be able to use hammer hands. And reinforcements are coming. See, it's the reinforcements that are a pain. That's what I don't like dealing with. More armor, is it? Yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, we're doing it. We're Gate of Infiniting. Although we can't really get close as I'd like. To save AP from most people.
Unleash me.
Well, that was the plan, yes. We're going to unleash him. Right, I'm going to unleash him here. Then I'm going to hammer hand him to get the seed out of him. Then I use my last AP to run over here before teleporting. Or maybe attack him as well, because I can. I don't know. Sure. Because, yeah, when we get to 0 AP, so when everyone takes a minus 1 AP, he doesn't lose any AP, technically. Because I'm going to give him a bunch of extra AP afterwards anyway. You know? And there's another seed there. Cool. So let's do this. Go on the seed.
He's coming with me.
And then, I can kill him potentially. Or I could... Oh, I can't quite reach him. Oh, that's a bit sad. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Alright, well I can attack him and maybe crit. If I force strike. Yeah, screw it, I'll try. Nice.
See them fall, brothers!
Oh, I saw him, mate. I saw him. I saw him fall alright. So we'll move here so we can get the seeds out of there. Happily. Boop. Okay. So...
What is your will?
Yes. Good question. Good question. Let's... Are we just going to shoot this a bunch? Because we'll get support fire too. He's got a lot of willpower. Yeah, let's just start shooting. Lovely. Let's do it again. So the bleed isn't doing anything, but we're getting the bonus damage anyway. Alright, so he's half dead. Which feels good. Now for Iolanthus. Iolanthus. Let's grab that, then honor the chapter.
Your command.
Well, also, we can use an Astrolabe. And, yeah, potentially give him only like 9 health left. Do we even need to use all the other abilities we have? We can't hammer hand him. Okay, you know what? Astrolabe that guy. I think we Astrolabe that guy. This guy we can kill. Real easy. Just with, just by stabbing him a million times. So I'll warp charge that. Alright, good. So he's now got 3 AP, and we can give him another 2 from here if we want it. So yeah, let's just get all the seeds. And if we warp charge, no, we won't quite kill him. Which is a pity, but you know, it's fine. I had a warp charge anyway. Oh, +1 stun. I mean, I guess that's fine. Doesn't really make any difference to me. Okay, so Storm. Yeah, just start trying to get crits on him, right? And who else can move? It is just you, so I will need to give you the extra AP now, just to make sure. Good stuff. Alright, so 5 AP, let's go. And extra 2 damage. Extra 2 damage. And now anything can kill him. If I move... Okay, I can't move in order to kill him. Alright, I think we just need to... Yeah, I think we just need to kill this thing. A full strike again for good measure.
That was the last of the wretched filth.
Maybe I should have given him more
Well
AP to
done,
keep shooting these
Commander.
guys.
My focus fails.
Probably would have been smarter. But that's fine. Victory! We got victory, we did. So yeah, it turns out that's a standard mission. That's what happens when we have, like, just our squad of Grey Knights, and we're not faffing about with assassins, and we're not on, like, a Technophage mission. Apparently we just walk in and have a flawless victory. We get 5 seeds, 4 requisition, and 10 servitors, and have a good old time. 0 injuries, nothing. Totally fine. And... Autoloader 2? Is that just better range? Or will I have more ammunition? Because it doesn't say how much ammunition it has. That might have more ammunition. I don't think we need it. I'm not going to bother spending requisition on that, because, you know, we're already doing that job. This can armor pierce, which is kind of cool. Extra crit chance, too. So that's not bad. It's just, you know, it's fine. Nothing worth buying, really. There's an apothecary you can get, rank 3. I mean, if you want to get, like, rank 3 anything, just at, like, tier 1, like, that's pretty great. Just a couple of ranks, and you can kind of pick out, like, your like, you know, whatever playstyle that guy is going to lean into, you know? Not entirely. I'd say rank 4. I think rank 4 is probably... Yeah, rank 4 is what you want to have, like, a full corner of the tech tree, like, of your ability tree. Ability square. Something, whatever it is. An entire corner. So, you know, you could get, like, support fire fully decked out, or, like, teleport strike fully decked out, something like that. So, like, 3 isn't bad. Like, a couple missions, they level up, and, yeah, you got yourself a good guy. And I know, I'm not spending it. Nice. Good job. Now what the hell are you doing? I have no idea. Ranged attacks have more crit? I mean, that could be nice. Do we just give him a Psy Cannon? Is that something we want to do? We definitely want to give him more war gear. We definitely want to give him more war gear, for sure. And then do we just make him really tanky? And give him more autos? What autos would you even have? I don't know. I mean, Hammer Hand? And like Force Strikes being better is pretty great actually, with like armor break and things. That I really like. When you crit, you get, there's a chance to get AP back. That would be really nice. Especially considering you have Hammer Hand, you know? But yeah, the extra Force Strikes breaking a bunch of armor is nice. That's more crit damage on Hammer Hand. Just running into a group of enemies and then spinning around is funny. Charging into enemies, I mean, that has extra stun. So actually, if we had him throw a stun grenade into like a group of enemies and then charge at them, that might be enough for him to then use his remaining AP to execute something. And then maybe execute another thing. You know, if he stuns a few, or he hits the grenade on a few targets. So there's potential there. There is potential there. Very tempted. Oh, and he can provoke. Yeah, so we could just make him really tanky and shouty. But then we got like the skulls that shout and bring enemies in. So being able to make enemies crazed so they just kill each other is really cool. Man. Could upgrade crit damage on his ranged attacks. Do you want to make him like a ranged critter? Because... maybe. Genuinely, that might be really good for him. Because I find he has Honor the Chapter, which is great, but then beyond that, what the hell does he do? Like, genuinely, what does he do? Because he can never really reach enemies to, like, hit them or anything. I find so often we end the turn with him on an AP, because he's in cover and he couldn't do anything with the remaining AP. And, like, enemies aren't even in range for him to shoot at them. But if we could give him a Psy Cannon, he would have slightly better range. And he could use Psychic Onslaught, though we can't upgrade Psychic Onslaught in his tech tree at all, so he would just be shooting, I guess. But he would have a, you know, extra crit damage, which is cool. Like crit chance and crit damage, and we could buff that further. Especially because he's got an extra slot. God, this is tough. I really don't know how to build him this time. I usually go for Rend the Unclean, just because so often we'll be surrounded by, like, chaff units, and it's nice just having him clear that area out, but I find it's never that good. It never does that much. And, like, Bleed, we got issues with Bleed. You know, it does do well with the Assassins. The Armor Break stuff is really nice. That really helps against, like, bosses and things. If he can just run in, start stripping a bunch of armor, and then, like, everyone else can capitalize on that. That is nice, because it's essentially additional damage. But yeah, I am very tempted to give him a better ranged weapon. And auto-reload is kind of cool too. But if we give him the crit, then we give him that one? Like, crits are with a melee attack. That's kind of... yeah, it's a bit iffy, isn't it? I don't like that much, that there's... this stuff is like, get really good at critting with your... ranged, you know, your ranged stuff, and then it's like, and then just critting with melee. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I get it, it's two sides of the tree, isn't it? But... I think we want to get down here. I think we want to get into this stuff. It would be cool for him to have a Psy Cannon. Once we get all this stuff, I might give him that. Because I'm not sure this stuff is particularly good. I think the knockback is useful. More than anything else. And a better Aegis is nice, because again, like usually he can't reach an enemy, so how about he just gives himself loads of armor, right? It just forces enemies to think they can shoot him, and that's really nice. So maybe that's the plan. Ugh, hate it. But yeah, we definitely want the pocket though. We want the extra pockets for sure. Although the charging is good for stunning. I think I'm right about that though. The extra stunning is really good. And targets will be crit automatically. Huh. So does that count as a melee crit? For the purpose of critting? Because that's kind of massive. Oh no, stun targets will be crit automatically. Yeah, obviously. That's the thing. I thought it was trying to say that this is an ability that he gets out of... Yeah, ugh. See what I mean about communication? Like, sometimes they offer information which is, like, useful. But the context of it can be really easily misinterpreted. So, okay, I'm not going to do the bleed one there. Let's just give him this now, and we can play with it. God, I really just don't know how I want this guy to be, but I think the charge is really good. I think the charge is really good. And if he's got higher range grenades, and we give him the stun grenades, that would be great too. And then, ideally, the big thing we want from him is, can we give him a... something that gives more ammo for grenades, you know? Hopefully is the answer to that, because that's really how we're building him. Although someone else could throw a stun grenade and then he could charge in to actually get the stun and then attack. So like that's okay. It's just he can throw grenades further, which makes him really useful for that. But yeah, that's where the unique abilities are sort of annoying in that they're random, right? So sometimes you have something that synergizes really well, sometimes you don't. Certain characters, if they could throw grenades further, and they could also have more pockets, for more grenades, that's really good. But you're not guaranteed to have that combination of, random ability and class that gives you those options. So it's, sometimes great, sometimes iffy. All times Warhammer. Just keeping it on brand. I don't think they'd like that as a tagline. Sometimes iffy, all times Warhammer. It's all good. Alright, in you get, lads. Let's get another couple of Archaeotech. Charming. So how much Archaeotech do we have? 7! 7 Archaeotech. That's going to be really useful for that Tech Marine we've never used. Really useful. It will also be useful to upgrade the Dreadnought's weapons as well, I think, when we finally get access to him, which I think happens. Really, I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I can't remember how that DLC works at all. And now we're just sort of sitting around, are we? I mean, we completely cleared a few of the planets. Like, some of the systems are fine. Seeing as how there's a big concentration over here, I think I might camp out. I'll camp out here, I think. I mean, that's still within range of the Prognosticar, though. So maybe here would be better, so we can move along the top or down and around if we need to. Or maybe do it there. No, because then if we have to go that way, we'll be able to double back very well. It's just that sometimes is so far that you can't quite reach the other side. Although we have to sped up our engines now. Screw it, I'm just going to move there and we'll see what happens. Alright, we'll wing it. Yeah, alright, I'm doing it. And gain servitor once every 10 days. And now we can get something else. Do I want to speed this up further so we can keep getting more servitors, or do I upgrade something that matters? Like we could have our grimoires get more research speed. How many grimoires have we got now? 3? So it'd be an extra 30% research speed. Not 30% total, an extra 30%. Like, again, really weird way to communicate this, that it's always percentages, when actually that doesn't give you a 30% increase. Although actually, technically that is a 30% increase. But this isn't a 40% increase. Because this goes from these each giving you 20 points of research to 30, which technically is still about a 30% increase. Coincidentally. But like, this doesn't then increase it by a further 40, it just puts them up to them giving you sort of 40 each. But that isn't a bonus to your main thing in a percentage thing, because it's all additive, so it may as well not be a percentage. It being a percentage is actually silly. Because she gives you 100%. And then when you get a 30% increase, that makes sense the first time, but when you get 2 increases of 30%, then you're at 160. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's all very silly. And then, yeah, if she is slowed down, the Grimoires don't slow down because they're not actually scaling on her. They're just giving you 30 points worth of research. Yeah. See, communication is silly. It's just, if they didn't use percentages, there wouldn't be these weird discussions. Like, it would just work as intended. You know? But this is nice. I like this. 200% construction rate. Really, really generous. So, what are we going to use it on? What are we going to use it on? I mean, wound recovery seems very important, but also, I feel like all our guides are better. Let's get more experience. I want to level up my boys quicker. Oh, is that wise? I mean, I really could do with this. Because, like, someone else will get injured again, right? Like, people will get injured again. And when they do, it'll be really important. Alright, we're going to do it. We're going to get wound recovery rate. But I think extra experience would be really nice too. And obviously all this stuff. Everything's useful, really. You know, almost everything. Alright, so. New missions. Again. We were literally travelling to one. This is so annoying. We got from there to here. We just succeeded in a mission. And have been travelling the entire time. Since we got that mission, we have another one again. Is this not, like, really quick? Alright, let's have a look. Win with only 3 units and it's bloom spawn. I kind of hate all that. But I think it's okay. Oh, and also, it's not bloom spawn. That's the mission I was thinking of ages ago. I was saying this stuff will spread, but actually it won't. The bloom spawn missions don't do that. It's the other one. There's actually like a spreading one where you have to destroy a bunch of nodes. It's like the old bomb missions from XCOM 1. But great rewards here, potentially. So that's not bad, but only 3 units for a bloom spawn mission? The last couple of bloom spawn missions we've done have been so easy. Well, no. A couple missions previously, that was very difficult, but that was also a technophage mission. But the standard ones we've been doing have been super, super easy. Laughably so. But then travelling to there, that's already going to wind down a lot. We might need to do that one, then that one. I think that one we have to ignore. Without critical injuries, easy enough. And that gives us a grimoire. I would like to speed up my research a bit. And potentially some better armour. Which, you know, tier 2 I might get. Depending on the effect. Same here, though. So you might get a bunch of new armour, actually. And some interesting war gear. That we need to do, just because it's devastating. You always need to do the technophage missions. Which I think is a shame. I think the draw of the technophage missions should be that you can get more resources to upgrade your techno stuff, right? But actually you can't avoid doing them because they always blow this up so much that you always end up having one really difficult mission every 3. There's no real way you can afford to ignore it. Even though I think the incentive should be, you'll get new toys if you do it. You know, that should be the thing. But it's not. But anyway, more servitors. So yeah, we're going to do this one first. So yeah, more grimoires, potentially some better equipment. And yeah, we should get plenty of stuff. This is just seed carrier stuff, not a bloom spawn mission. And this one is a bloom spawn mission, so this is going to be really tricky. Win it without using willpower? Yeah, no, I'm not going to attempt that. I could do assassins again, but like, ugh. That last mission was tough with all the assassins, so I'm not going to do it. We're going this way. Alright, so eliminate all seed carriers with no critical injuries. So this will be 3 requisition, the next mission will be 3 requisition. In fact, we'll have a Grandmaster's report before we reach the next mission, I think. Which is sort of good, sort of bad. Because it will give us a chance to roll higher level stuff, but also it rolled some like tier 2 stuff already for that. You know, for those mission rewards, so we might end up with worse rewards. You never know. Some better, some worse, we'll see. But, yeah, cool. Cool. And yeah, Absalom 9 will be fine soon. Iolanthus is only lightly wounded now, so he actually has more health again, so we can take him quite happily. But this will be a very straightforward mission, so that's nice. Cool. Alright, done. Not done. We don't need all these grenades. We need different grenades. So that equipment slot is always war gear. So do we want more crit for ranged? Do we want more willpower so he can grant people more AP more often? More AP more often. Warhammer.com. And also Domina Liber Demonica. Just for extra crit damage. And melee attacks. He does have Hammer Hand. So doing an extra couple of damage with Hammer Hand would be nice. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And for you... Yeah, grenades. And yep, Brain Mine. Love a Brain Mine. So 4 stun damage. This is tier 2. I think it's 6 is tier 3. I'm pretty sure. I just really wish we could have more ammo. That's why I'm really hoping for better armor. Very often armor will have like, and you can carry additional grenades, like that sort of thing. But I don't think that's ever something that's on Terminator armor. So we may end up having to actually have Iolanthus in power armor instead of Terminator armor, which is kind of a waste of a point there, but that's fine. We'll wing it. We'll see how it goes. And it's always sacrilege to take him out of the big boy armor. But yeah. Alright, we'll do that. Our Purgator, well, obviously we want to make sure that you have the auto senses so you can get extra crit damage on that move that you do every single pod that we encounter. And yeah, do we want another servo skull? I mean, the auto loader is very good. Is very handy. But so is stunning enemies. The extra 4 stun, because often Han doesn't have a lot to do either. And the Hailer is bloody useful. But more stunning. Could be massive. Could be huge. Oh, but so could reloading. They're both useful. They're both really useful. And like the Hailer skull is just such amazing insurance for us. Like it just keeps us out of trouble so well. Yeah, I think it... And the amount of ammo we have on them as well. We can just use these constantly, which would be really nice. You know, I really want to get Voldred Storm some armor that gives him additional uses of autos. Because if he could use support fire 3 times instead of twice each turn, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be so good. That would really help us out. But alright, so this is what we're going to go with. So we have a stun mine. Everyone else are getting extra crit damage or just like huge utility on Han. I think this is going well. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.